Inland Sports.
And now joining us here on the Inland Sports Show as we're getting ready for the boys volleyball playoffs coming up very soon. He's the head coach at Hillcrest, Everton, Souza, and they are your River Valley League champions. Coach, first off, congrats on a league championship, but this is old news to you, I guess. You're used to winning league titles.
You know, we've been pretty fortunate in the River Valley League. We have yet to lose one, and this year was closer than in years past, but we're excited, humbled, and happy that we won another one.
You know, Coach, before we talk about this year's team and the River Valley League as a whole, but, you know, just the sport of boys volleyball, I feel like it grows a little bit each and every season. Is that safe to say as well?
Oh, 100%. You know, I think when I first started coaching boys volleyball in the area, was at La Sierra High School in 2007. I think we were limited to the Big Eight in Riverside, and I think Yucaipa had their league there, but very, very few schools didn't have boys volleyball. And to see just about every school in our area having a program and to watch the growth of each team, I mean, I'm super excited about it. You know, and just the level of play, the number of athletes that are joining boys volleyball and competing against, it's just exciting to watch.
And Coach, going back to the River Valley League, you said you've been fortunate to, you know, go undefeated. How many league wins in a row? Do you know off the top of your head?
Oh boy, I mean, I know we've won the River Valley since the River Valley was a River Valley. So we have not lost a league title in the River Valley. We have not lost a match in the River Valley League since it began. But I like to say it's 4 or 5 titles in a row, maybe more. I know we were in the Big Eight prior to that, so I kind of lose count of when we were in the Big Eight and when we were in the River Valley. But
Coach, you're too humble. If I was the head coach, I'd know how many matches, exactly how many sets we won.
You know, my philosophy is I did too. If I did a lot, you know, if I'm still talking about what I did last year, we probably didn't do enough this year. So we kind of focus on every year. And this year was probably one of the toughest years that we had in the River Valley. Ramona has always competed with us well, I mean, like other teams. But every year Ramona gets a little bit closer. And this year we were fortunate to get a win at Ramona. And then we were fortunate to get a win at home in 5 sets against them in both matches. So it was definitely getting closer. So we're super happy that we were able to win another one this year against them.
All right, Coach, as we do this interview, you guys are playing on Wednesday night when this show will be airing live. You're going to finish things up against Norte Vista. The way your team is playing right now, are the Trojans peaking at the right time as we get closer to the playoffs now?
I like to think so. I mean, we've had a couple guys that came in a little late for our team, Jacob Lillard being one of them. You know, our basketball program is pretty solid too, and he had a long basketball season, so he comes in, and he's been a huge help for us. Started as an opposite, and now he's running middle for us, so that's helping a lot. It improves our block. I think we have some injuries coming up. Our starting libero for 3 years was injured before I think league play started, so we had to convert one of our outside hitters into a libero, and he's done an exceptional job for us, Larry Kovacs. So guys have started to grow a little bit more in their positions. So I'd like to say we're peaking at the right time. We're hoping that we're peaking at the right time. You know, unfortunately, in years past, our league success has not transferred directly into playoffs. You know, we're hoping that this is the year that we can make a good run, you know, and that's what we're hoping to do.
Well, Coach, speaking of making a good run in the playoffs, what division are you guys for the postseason?
We're in Division 3.
And is that the same that you've been in the last couple of seasons? Is it 3?
Yes. So we've bounced around from when we first, I think our first league title in the River Valley. No, we were in the Big Eight at Hillcrest High School. We were in Division 1. So that was really, really tough. And, you know, we've been slowly progressing down to hopefully a division that we can be more competitive in. 2 years ago, we made it to the quarterfinals of Division 3. And then last year, unfortunately, we've had a really, really good team in the first round, and we lost in the first round. And we're still in Division 3. I'm not sure if we're still in the right division. I mean, time will tell. You know, we're hoping that we do well this year and just see what happens.
You know, Coach Souza, is it safe to say, like, as, you know, teams like Ramona, you know, getting a lot better, and I know Arlington had a decent squad as well, As those teams get better, in turn, does it make Hillcrest better? Because you guys have to, step up your game and step up your level. So maybe by the time you get to, like you said, the Division III playoffs, you feel a little more battle tested. You've seen some, good teams and been in some uncomfortable situations. So you're ready for the playoffs.
100%. And in years past, because we've had such success in our league, it was hard to go from what was happening in our league into playoffs where teams were finishing third in their league and playing at a much higher level than we were. And this year, I felt that for the first time, Ramona, for example, was winning a lot of games outside of our league. So we felt that the whole level of the River Valley has gotten to a level where they can compete with anyone in our area. So that's obviously helpful. The unfortunate part is right when we're here and we're excited about our league, there's no more. We're leaving the River Valley after this year, and we will be in a different league, which I know it's going to be more competitive. So, I'm happy for the progression that it has, and I'm looking forward to the following year to even more competitive matches.
So, Coach, I don't want to look too far ahead because I want to, still talk about your team in the playoffs. But when you look ahead, I would assume you guys will be Ivy League in the Raincross Conference, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. Well, Coach, this year's team, we talked about, trying to peak at the right time and be ready for the playoffs, and I know Division III is tough, but finish this sentence. What does Hillcrest have to do? Hillcrest has to blank to string together a couple wins in the playoffs.
I think we have to block better than we did in the past. Our defense is picking up. One of the issues that we've had previously was serve-receive. And a big reason for that is that we don't see the type of serves that we will see in playoffs. So we're doing a couple of things in our gym. We're working through it. We've had better competition this year than we've had in the past. We didn't have as much success in tournaments as we had last year. And that's saying that the competition that we're getting is better. We play teams like Vista Marietta and a couple other teams that really pushed us, that showed us, high-level serving that we're probably going to face in playoffs. So we're hoping that some of those things will help us, and we're doing what we can in our side and our gym to just kind of get ready for the type of serves, the type of offense that we're going to get coming up. So let's hope that this is our year.
Hey, Coach, final question. Does everyone in the Souza house play volleyball?
Funny story. Yes. And we laugh about this one because me and my wife, when we were dating and so forth, we played a lot of volleyball together. We went to the beach and played. We would go to open gyms and play. And then after we got married and had kids, no more. And then the kids asked her, says, Mom, why aren't you playing volleyball with us? Well, I don't really like playing volleyball. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't like playing volleyball? I used to play volleyball all the time. She says, well, I play volleyball because of you. It doesn't mean I really like playing it. So I think she still likes to play, but the answer is yes and no at this point. But I'm happy that that's one of the activities that we can still do together.
Well, Coach, listen, congrats on a River Valley League championship again this season. Best of luck in the CIF Southern Section playoffs that are coming up. Really do appreciate the time. It's been way too long. It's good to catch up with you and talk a little volleyball.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you giving me this opportunity.
Yes, sir. That's Everton Souza from the Hillcrest Boys Volleyball Team, your RVL champions in 2024.
Inland Sports.